I think a big part of feeling confident in the beginning is having that support system.
So I really tried to change and inspire people. It wasn't easy. I was tired.
You got this. Buenos dias, Indonesia.
Selamat pagi.
Ooh, what's that?
That's good morning, Indonesia.
Selamat pagi?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This is going to be episode 3.
Okay.
And today I am with my colleague, Jennifer Bachdim. I totally mispronounced that.
No, you're good. Jennifer Bachdim.
Okay, Bachdim. So today we're going to be talking about independence. Jennifer is a mom of 4. I have just one. I have a daughter who's 8. Tell me again your kids' ages.
So I'm a mom of 4. First one, my daughter, Kiyomi, she's 13. Then my son, Kenji, he's 11. Then we had a long break. Then we had our third born, Kyoji. And our last one, our baby, he's now 2.5, is Kiro, a boy. So 1 girl and 3 boys.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's a handful.
It's a handful, right?
Or 2.
Oh my goodness. And we were having a conversation where you were telling us the math of having 2 kids and then waiting.
And have another.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So I always dreamed of a family, having a husband, getting married, having a husband, and having 2 kids, girl and boy. That was like my perfect family. And my husband, on the other hand, wanted to have 4 kids. So we had our 2 first kids. Our second born, Kenji, my birth was really complicated. So we both said, I think we're good. We have 2 healthy kids. Let's keep it that way. Because I think we're scared for another pregnancy and giving birth. So time passed and I got older and I was, I think, 33. And I said to my husband, honey, I think I want another baby. I'm ready for another baby. And then he was like, I'm ready for another baby. I want 4. So he said, okay, I will agree for another baby if we have 4. So another 2, not only 1. I'm from a family of 3. He's from a family of 4. So I did agree because my youngest brother, he is 9 years younger. And he was like the little baby, the only one who didn't had like a best friend. And so we had 4. So we have 2 batches and 2 best friends.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So today's topic is really a topic of interest because we are going into an era or experiencing an era where I'm not sure if it's like this in Indonesia, but in the United States, it's very much so people don't want to get married. The family dynamic is broken. You see more women gearing into being career focused rather than want to be in a marriage where they're losing parts of themselves. And I thought it was really interesting to have you on this conversation and have your POV as you seem to have it all. But at some point, it was not always like that. So take me through your family dynamic and how you came about building your business because you're a mompreneur and you look fabulous. And it is so inspiring just to see how a woman can have it all.
As you said, my husband is a football player, professional football player. So he always said, I don't need to work. It's okay. He can be the breadwinner and I can just sit back, be a mom and take good care of the kids, which is lovely. And I love being a mom. We had 2 kids back then. We were living in Japan and I felt like something is missing. I love being a mother, but still I was raised very independent. I always earned my own money. I don't really like to ask my husband to buy a dress and ask him for the money. So I always it's I had feelings like I really need to work or do something for myself, and didn't really know what to do because Japan is not my home country. I couldn't go to the office and do an office job. So I started with a fashion blog back then. Maybe there was Instagram, but I didn't really know. I think there was Twitter. But I started with a fashion blog because I really like to dress up. So started with that, bought my own camera, and then Indonesia, because I'm half Indonesian, half German. Indonesia picked up, I think, my fashion blog and saw that it was just really interesting to see a mother of two, a young mother of two, living in Japan without family, just husband, kids, and mother, and trying, to build a business, to take care of of her kids without a nanny too. And then I got a lot of questions. How do you do it with the kids in a new country? And then everything shifted a bit more into parenting, lifestyle, showing what we do every day. And then, of course, a big part was as well, I wanted to get back in shape after having two kids. And that was the time when I started to go to the gym, not knowing really what I should do at the gym, but I just thought, I gotta go, I gotta need some me time, some time to focus on myself and get better, stronger, healthier for me, but also for my kids. And so I started at the gym. I think I was very insecure. I didn't really know what to do. So I checked on YouTube for videos. I didn't have a personal trainer. It was like a 24-hour gym in Japan where mostly men. I saw only men, and I had to cover up, no tattoos. And so I went there, and it took some time for me to be confident enough to go on the machines and work out, find my daily routine to go back to the gym and do it. And it felt so good. I felt so much happier, stronger, healthier, and I had more energy to raise my kids and be present and be, chasing them. They were two little babies, very active. So that's how everything started.
How did you find your confidence in the gym? Like, being that there were no women.
Yeah, there were no women, only men. And my husband, of course, he's an athlete. So I could always ask him. He knows what he's doing. So he was a big help. He gave me exercises. I checked on YouTube. So I think it just took some time for me to go there by myself, most of the time at 8 o'clock after I put down the kids. And I was still breastfeeding. So I had like
PM?
Yes, PM. So I had 2 hours with driving to the gym. And I think I found my confidence once I just felt like, okay, now I'm doing the exercises good. It feels good. And I saw that my body changed, that I got stronger. I think that's when I thought like, oh, now I'm much more confident. I can go to the gym and I know what I'm doing. And I see results as well. And I feel better. I think that was the point where I was like, yeah.
So what motivated you to say, okay, I am going to be mom from the moment I wake up to the moment I put down the kids, and then I'll wait for my husband to come home, and then I'll just go to the gym at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Like, what was that timeline?
Well, my husband was busy with playing football, and he was always gone for away games. Then he had training. I had lots of time where I was alone with the kids. Sometimes 3 months I would be just by myself. So there was no way I could leave the kids by themselves. So I didn't train if he was gone for like 3 months full on. But if he was there for training only and came back in the evening, there was only the time for me to work out, which was after putting the kids to bed, which would be 8 p.m. And I think it wasn't easy. I was tired after a full day of, being a mom, raising the kids. But it felt, at the same time, it felt so good to actually go to the gym. And that's why I said, like, I got energy back. I felt better, stronger. I had more power. I was more happy. And I think once you realize that, I don't have motivation every day until now. And now I get my workouts done at 5 a.m. So I do it before, and then the kids wake up, and then I'm already done. I like that better now. But back then, I wasn't thinking of going to the gym at 5 a.m. But for now, my routine changed a little bit, and I think it's so much better to start my day with the workout. So I have all that energy and power to get the day done. But yeah, back then this really worked, and I didn't have motivation every day, but I just got it done because I felt the benefits and saw and really, really felt it every time I went and went again and then again. It just made me better.
Have you always had a background in movement or strength training?
No, not at all. Strength training, not at all. I danced. I love dancing. I danced professional ballet when I was younger in Germany. I really loved that. I did tap dance, everything moving, I think I liked. But going to the gym was not really a thing back then. No friends, no one really went to the gym. So I think the first time I went to the gym was when after having 2 kids, actually.
Did you ever feel a change with strength training that has been like different than other forms of training?
I really like to see how building muscle is so beneficial, especially for us women. And of course, I'm getting older, and I want to maintain my muscle mass to be healthy. Also mentally, I think it's so good to do strength training, to work out, to take that time for your body, because otherwise, I don't know how I would go through the day and do everything.
Going into nutrition, because strength training is already a part of you, but I know nutrition
It's a big part too.
is a huge part.
Yes.
And I know that you're from a country that does not follow, or its culture is not as healthy.
No.
Have you ever been healthy in how you eat, or did you have to break through?
I think my parents in Germany, I grew up in Germany, they gave me a pretty good base of knowing what is a healthy nutrition, but at the same time, not really knowing what is healthy. So I still had to find my way, because in Indonesia, it's a lot of rice with fried food, very sweet, lots of oil, very greasy. Like it's bad food. And so I really try to change and inspire people to see how important it is, besides working out, strength training, movement. Nutrition is really important too. And what I like always with my kids is to cook together, so they see the ingredients. Because in Indonesia, they would always ask me, how come your kids eat veggies? Like everything what is green, the kids won't eat. So I started as babies to like a rainbow plate, all kind of colors. And I don't think kids' brains are wired to see a green veggie to be something which is not yummy. Mm-hmm. But I think in Indonesia, everyone who sees like green, they're like, no, I'm not gonna eat that. That's not yummy. I will not like it. So if the kids, if they chop it, if they cook it, they will be so proud and they will try it.
Yeah.
They try it. Mm-hmm. If they don't like it at the first time, okay, but you do it over and over again, and they will try again and again, and their taste buds will experience the different kind of tastes. And eventually all my kids, they love veggies. They eat good. They eat lots of healthy food. They love to cook with me. So I think it's probably a lifestyle too.
Yeah. Part of why my daughter eats the way that she eats is because we started cooking together.
Yeah, right?
And I feel that if you make them part of the process,
Yeah,
then
I agree.
they are more inclined to try what they made because it
Exactly.
came from their hands,
Exactly.
right?
I agree.
When she comes from school, there's always, okay, what are we cooking today?
Yeah.
And we're going to cook together.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, like, yes, it is a mess. It is a
Yes,
mess. They
it
will
is
make a mess. You're going to have to like clean after them, and it's more work and you're tired. But I believe when we talk about strength training, this is where self-efficacy and sacrifice in the gym plays out when you are doing the little knickknacks that nobody wants to do, because you know there is a delayed gratification point
Yeah.
where yes, it's extra work to clean and do all these things with the kids and having to explain how to do it, and like it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a lot.
But my daughter and I started cooking when she was 4. Now that she's 8, she can cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she can
That's
cook. She can
amazing.
make a meal. So I don't know if she's going to be very into sports because she's more into arts and crafts
Yeah.
and all sorts of just creative work.
Yeah.
But I know everything that she's doing eventually is going to stick. Everything that we do together. So I think that was a really interesting part that you mentioned. What was another point? We started in the point of independence.
Yes.
Why was it so important to you to be independent? Even though you have a husband that can provide for you.
I think just doing something for myself. I like challenges. I love to set goals. I love to have a vision.
I ran the Berlin Marathon not too long ago.
Yes.
It was a few weeks ago. And I experienced an injury. Long story short, don't have to go into it. Mileage, too quick, too soon. I love challenges. Took on a challenge that was going to have me do more work than my body could take. And I found myself at home, just at home. I had to recover.
Yeah.
And I started to go into I wasn't feeling myself. And I could see how staying at home, not being busy. I think when you're busy, when I talk to women about like, listen, when you make the time to go to the gym and be there for an hour,
Yeah.
sometimes an hour and a half,
Yeah.
it is time that you are completely focused on yourself, as opposed to being at home 8 hours, you name it, because all I wanted to do was eat and sleep and eat and sleep and eat and sleep. And then it becomes a pattern that your brain adapts to.
Yeah.
And I feel like there could be a large percentage of women who are stay-at-home moms who are devoting themselves so much to their kids, to their house, to, everything else. And then they're missing that part. That could be because not every woman wants to go out and make a living.
No.
There's
Which
so
is
many
okay.
women. It's great.
Yes.
You are in your role.
Yes.
But I feel like what we're doing here, even with Adidas, because that's my last question, how you became an Adidas athlete. Just taking that time for yourself in the gym when you decide, because you will decide to go into the gym, when you decide to not be perfect, because it's a process.
Yes.
You have to break the barriers of the gym intimidation, right? And that is going to come with having to assert yourself and knowing that if you are in the gym, believe me, nobody's looking at you.
I know, but if you're
Nobody's
there,
looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
People are
Everyone
actually
is so focused on themselves.
on themselves. And even you'll find that there's people that would come and help,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And there's also the option of starting at home,
True.
which you can set yourself in a different environment that doesn't have to be indoors. It could be outdoors where you have a space for yourself
Yeah.
and you can get in some sun, right? Or maybe a girlfriend.
Yes. Even better.
I think a big part of feeling confident in the beginning is having that support system. With you was your husband.
Yes.
You know, with me was an ex-boyfriend that was there. And then it was
Yep.
friends that I met at the
Yes.
gym.
You build a community, which is beautiful.
And you'll be more successful by having people that are interested in the same things that you're doing.
For sure. For sure.
You know?
And they help you grow too. Like in Bali, we have a very nice fitness community. And so many people from all over the world are meeting in Bali. Everyone has, different topics they're specialized at. And you can learn and absorb everything, which is beautiful. So learning every day. I'm far away from being perfect and knowing everything. Learning from you this morning about mobility.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what humans are supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I really hope that we can create a space in which we're just supportive.
Exactly.
You know, we are inspiring women all over the world. I think it's really important that women, and I love what Adidas is doing, that they see an array of women,
Yes.
that
Beautiful.
they all look different.
Yes.
They all strength train, but they all look different.
Yes.
And it's just, we want to encourage women to move. We want to encourage women to focus on strength training because the benefits outweigh the cons,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
Of it. There's so many benefits that outweigh not making that step. And with that, how do you become an Adidas athlete?
I'm already more than 8 years an Adidas athlete, brand ambassador in Indonesia. Very proud to represent my country. I really enjoyed strength training and I shared it with my followers. They got inspired. And it was just, I couldn't believe Adidas would want me to be the brand ambassador. And of course, I'm half German. Adidas is from Germany. So I was like, yes, this is meant to be. This is like my family. And ever since, I'm with Adidas and I love it.
What's one thing you want your audience to take from this?
I think one thing for sure will be don't be scared to start. You have to start going to the gym, doing your strength training. It's so important. It's so beneficial. Even if you're already older, like for my mom, for example, she's very, very stubborn. I try to convince her to start with strength training because it's so important. So I think it's just really important to realize how important strength training is. But besides that, nutrition as well. And for all my Indonesian followers, just get started. I think that's the hardest part for my follower community, to get started. It's always, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. So I think just go to the gym, make it a habit. I know there is not always motivation there, but you make time with work, kids, being by yourself. I think you guys can do it too, right?
You know, I always talk about finding your why, that it has to be, I feel like there's a lot of women who are just focused on the aesthetics portions of it. And they attach exercise to just the way that they look without realizing that if you actually focus on the why and how you feel, your reason to show up will be based on the benefits that you see outside of just the physical. And then the body comes.
Yeah.
The body is going to
Yes,
come,
for sure.
period.
Yes.
It's been lovely to have this conversation with you.
It was lovely. Thank
I am
you.
looking forward to coming to Indonesia.
I know.
And
We will
actually,
welcome you.
I can't wait. I can't wait. But to all the moms who took the time to listen to this, you got this.
You
You're
got this.
amazing.
Yes.
You're going to get it done. We're going to put all the information, especially your social media handles, on the caption below and everything you need to know. Okay? That was touched on this podcast.
Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Love you.